Hello everyone, my name is Lee Andersen and this is our Thursday at 4 p.m. live that we do each week, and welcome again. Today's little broadcast is about how to order a special item for yourself. This is especially applicable if you're an unusual body. We love generous canvases. We also work really small. So it doesn't matter whether you are 6 inches in the hip or 60 inches in the hip. Now I'll give you an example. I've been making things that are for little people that are 6 inches in the hip. I do this when I'm at my special spa every 2 weeks. It's called Mercy Hospital. It's just a darling little spa environment. I sit there all day. Your hair does fall out as a result, which I'm not quite sure why, but apparently while you're sitting there you can knit things, you can crochet things, you can sew little items. So I make things for 6-inch hip people while I'm there, and then when I come back to work I make things for 60-inch hip people. So look, just let me know. Now one of the things that we've found is that a lot of Americans don't actually have a tape measure in their house. It's not necessary. The way it used to be, I think it was probably back in the 1940s was the last time you needed a tape measure. So I'm going to give you a little trick on how to measure yourself when you don't have a tape measure. Now for those of you that don't know what a tape measure is, I'm going to show you. This very, very special item is called a tape measure. It is normally wrapped around the body. Now, if you start at the 60-inch end, that's not good. You're supposed to start at the 1-inch end. So you take the 1-inch end and you wrap it around your hip. There we go. Or bust. Sometimes the waist, but we're only interested in the waist if you're doing a skirt or if your waist, your tummy, is bigger than your bust and your hips. We have a lovely little order that just came in a couple of days ago, and the person happens to be a 2X top and a 5X bottom. We love a challenge like that. So do please just let us know what shape you are. Now the other thing that pops up quite often is someone has a special need. They've had breast cancer, they want a higher neckline, they've got those little and they want like a sleeve. That's very, very common. Special little pants to go under things, like a little legging because they don't like their lovely purple legs or whatever they have. So do just let me know. We just want to hear from you. What is it that you need that will make you feel gorgeous and special? Let me just go into a little bit more about the 6 inches versus the 60 inches. And actually we go up to 72 inches. That is not, actually 60 is not our limit. In fact, you know what, we could probably do 120 inches around. I just never have. But if you're 120 inches around, please call me. We would love to do something for you. So this is a typical, we'll get our tape measure. And I haven't forgotten, I'm going to show you how to pretend that you have one of these when you don't. So let's say we were measuring this person. Oh my goodness, she's only 53. So 53 around, but what if you didn't have one of these? What you do is you find some yarn or string, some special equipment like this. Now it's very important, see it's a lot harder to use than a tape measure. Here. Anyway, you get a piece of string and you have to make sure that it isn't actually stretchy, because if it's stretchy, this one isn't, it's perfect. If it's stretchy, the measurement won't fit. It won't be the same. So what you do is you take your piece of string and you go right around your hip. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? There we go. And we now have the piece of string that happens to fit. That is the measurement that we need. So, if you do have a very special one of these pieces of equipment in your garage, you can then take your piece of string and decide what your hip measurement actually is. If you don't have one of these really unusual special pieces of equipment in your garage, you can just send us the piece of string. Now, when you send us the piece of string, mark it that it's your hip, or mark it and say that it is your bust, or it's your upper arm. If you've got an area here that's like what you consider to be a little more generous than other people, let us know. That's a very, very common thing, that some people feel they don't want to be restricted and they've got, you know, a fuller upper arm. Just let us know, okay? So we have our string, we have our measuring, and we have a typical garment that we might make for you if you're a little on the generous side. When you look at this, if I do my job right, you'll get a lot of compliments. We don't consider ourselves to be in the clothing business, we're actually in the compliment business. So if I design something for you and you don't get a whole pile of compliments, I have done it wrong. So if I do it right, we decorate right down the middle of your body. We give you some special little closures. You pick your jewellery. I don't provide the jewellery. And I keep the eye up and down through the middle. And it doesn't matter if this went on someone this size, this size, this size, this size. It doesn't matter, because the eye will go right here. So let me know if you really do want to look taller and a little bit more vertical there. I have some very, very gorgeous special embroideries. Now, we've made those. Nobody else in the world has them. They are very rare. This is my entire total roll, my entire amount of this, and I cannot get it again. So if you want something special from me, I suggest that you get it now. Right. Can you grab me my little punch list of what I was supposed to be talking about? Now, the other thing that we wanted to let you know is that if you've had a special outfit made and you want to have a handbag that goes with it, we do those too. This one is made out of silk. It's been crushed. It's got a little zipper in the back, little baggies, little handles, snap, little purse on the little place on the inside. We also do rather elaborate hats. Rather elaborate hats.
These
So
would be great for the Preakness.
for the Preakness, exactly. Now this is Janesse. Come on over here, Janesse. There she goes, off to the Preakness. Now the outfit that she's wearing is actually a single dress, but we love this particular style. The reason that it fits, and she's not a tall girl, as you can see, the reason that it fits, and she's actually got a really unusual little, very curvy figure. The average American has a 4-inch difference between their bust, their hip, and their waist. They only have a 4-inch difference between their hips and their tummy, and some of our girls are larger in the tummy than the hips. But she happens to be a little more curvy. The advantage of this particular style is it has a silk dupioni bodice. It is bias cut. It is more expensive for us to do it that way because it wastes quite a lot of fabric, which is also quite rare and difficult to get now. But the dupioni silk has, may I?
Yes.
Has a stretchy feel to it. See how much that's stretching? Because it's bias cut. So we do that. The other thing that we do to be very kind to you is we do 2 different diagonals. The diagonals go longer on one side than the other, and then we put a little decorative element there for a little flash while you're walking. The bottom is actually one of our special iridescent rayons. Now, this colour and this colour is actually the same fabric. It's just flipped over. Oh, did I flash your underwear?
No.
Sorry.
I don't think so.
Yes, and you'd mention that if you did. So it's got all these extra little floaty bits. But the whole point, if I was doing this for Janesse and she told me that she's like, how tall?
5'1".
5'1", I would raise this just a tiny bit and I'd pop this right on that point on her belly before it like folds back under. So because she's very short-waisted, because she's, you know,
Tiny.
yes,
Petite.
height challenged, we would shorten this just a tiny little bit for her to make it hit right on that perfect position on her body. Also, this particular dress comes with sleeves. So, oh no it isn't, it's a totally different dress. This one is another one in the style that she's wearing. What's that one called? Oh, good heavens, girl. We have no idea. We'll tell you later. You're going to find out.
That one's called the Jackie, I believe.
Yes, but that one there's a classic.
Yes, it is. Jessica. This is the Jessica.
Yes, but that one you're going to find out.
I am going to find out.
We totally should know. It's got no tag in it.
It does have a tag.
Oh, it does? No, it doesn't. Right, so this one this is ridiculous. How can I not know the names of one of these styles?
Because you've made 6,000
I've done 6,000 styles. That's why I don't remember every one of my children. Now, I'm a lot more like a frog.
This is the Helen of Troy.
Helen of Troy. So the Helen of Troy, you know what, I named that after a poet. I was in that kind of period, because I did this one and this one at the same time. So that one is probably named for Tennyson. It's the Tennyson dress. So this is the Helen of Troy. Helen of Troy also comes with a sleeve. So if you're one of those girls, can you hold that one? And that's just a plain crush dress. Oh, we also do a very plain crush dress if you just want a basic dress to go under a jacket. So you can have it with a sleeve, and I usually recommend, I'm not going to hold that with my teeth, I usually recommend that we go with a stretch lace, and it covers up your arm. It's still not too warm, and it kind of holds things in a little bit, but you can still move around. So if you ask for the Helen of Troy dress with a sleeve or without, it's fine. We do it in a huge range of colours. Let us know. When you're selecting your colours, you might want to look at your eye colour. Now, I'm not saying that you've got lilac eyes, but if you've got colours in your eyes, look really, well, I'm assuming you have colour in your eyes, in your iris. Have a look in the mirror. Look really, 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 really closely, and there'll be 3 or 4 different colours in there. All those colours will generally work on you. And there are related colours. If you tell us what your eye colour is, if you're a hazel or you're a blue or you're a brown or whatever, let us know, and that will help us to select colours that might work on you. The other thing that also is very important, some people have a warmer skin tone and some people have a cooler skin tone. It turns out that both Janesse and I can wear green because we have green eyes. We have like a hazel. I can also wear browns because I have like muddy, very nondescript, ubiquitous kind of eye colour, a bit like sludge really. But it means I can wear all those greens and things. And I have a lot of red in my face, so I actually look quite good in green because it cools off my face. Now, if you are a person with a green undertone to your skin, you're going to look horrible in green. So you really might want to go with something that's a warmer, that reflects up into your face and actually warms up the tone of your skin. You'll know that you're in the right colour. Oh yeah, we could hang those up. You'll know that you're in the right colour if you look young and healthy. Because what happens is the colour, and this one's not going to do much, when that colour reflects up into your face, the shadows that you have around here are going to kind of disappear if that colour is the right colour on you. If those shadows around there look more defined, you're probably not in the right colour. So send us a photograph of yourself Tell us about what colours you like to wear, and let Janesse go for a wander around and find items that you might like. She'll take photographs, she'll send them to you, and you can say, oh, I really liked that style of dress, but I'd like a jacket with it. And then she'll come to me and we'll say, what sort of embroideries might work with it? Is this person, does she like busy and elaborate and textures, or does she like kind of plain with just a little bit of maybe a little corsage or something like that? So let us know what kind of person you are and what makes you feel comfortable. There is no wrong answer. You could say, I only wear plain colours, but I like a bit of texture. Or I like everything. For example, this little one, we'll bring her up close. Oh dear, here she goes. And I'm going to bring her to the camera. This one, she really is just about this tall in heels. This is actually a prom dress. I didn't design it as a prom dress, but someone whose mother loves her quite a bit said yes, she could have this dress for her prom dress. So this is kind of like an all-out couture style dress. This is $2,500. That dress is like $350.
$275.
It should be $350. So it's $275. So I do go through a range. If you want a custom order of something, please allow about $500 to $700 for a dress and a jacket. If we can come in under that, that's great. But if you need to be under that, we're going to have styles for you. As I said, I've done 6,000 styles. So chances are I'm going to have something in stock that I might only have 1, 2, 3, but Janesse will find it for you because she's a whiz and she knows every single thing that I have in my 10,000 square foot design studio. So we've covered measuring yourself. We've covered how to order. No, we haven't really. When you order, you're going to call Janesse if it's a special order. Janesse is going to ask you a whole pile of questions. Write it all down. We're going to come up with sketches and ideas for you. She'll come back to you with a price. Or you can give her a price to start with. You say, my budget is blah, blah, and I'd like Lee to design something in that budget. That's fine too. If it's $20, the answer is no. However, if it's $48 and you need a gift for your mother for Mother's Day, I have the perfect thing for you. It fits everybody, it's personal, it's one of a kind, and it's easy to wear. It's called a scarf. Now, this is one of the sorts of scarves that I'm going to suggest that we send you as a Mother's Day gift for your mum. Now, you need to get on with it because we're going to select a scarf for you. Janesse will select a scarf that is in the colours that your mum would like. If she likes animal prints, if she likes bright tropical colours, she might pick this. If she likes a little bit more subtle, she might go with, if she likes pinks and purples. If you want browns, if you like creams, if you like whatever colours, or your mum, not you, your mum, call in and it's $48. Janesse will select one of these one-of-a-kind scarves. They're not on our website. Can you order them from our website? No. Every single one is different. So we can't put them on the website because I can't do that one again. So you're just going to have to trust Madam Janesse. Yes. Call 301-725-5555 extension 1. Ta-da! And you get to Janesse and she will take care of you. Okay, Mother's Day, hats, scarves and accessories, how to order a special occasion. Next Thursday we're going to do another 4 o'clock, mentioned that. And we did mention these little dolls. I don't know if any of you knew, but I was actually a knitwear designer, and we made full-length mohair coats. Can you go grab one?
Oh.
Yes. So Janessa is going to go and get you one of the originals. They're now in museums in New Zealand, Te Papa Museum, and other people have them. So this little one, I was knitting, as I said, while I was getting my special spa treatment at Mercy Hospital. So it had 40 colours going in a row, but I'm only doing them these days for very small people. I am also doing little dresses for small people that I can reproduce. So this is not a one-of-a-kind one for little, the dolls are called a Grace doll. So if you love clothes but you don't want to wear them, you might want to get a Grace doll and start buying my clothes just for Grace. And then she can sit in the cabinet and you can look at her. So this, we'll just pop it off. Oh, you got it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, girl, that is so difficult. There we go. So this is a mohair coat from 30 years ago when I was in New Zealand. This is the back of it. There we go. Right. So these are all, shove that over there. These were all hand knitted. I do have a knitwear collection that is also hand knitted, but I won't be showing you those until later on in fall. They're about $400 each. They're not cheap, but they're very special. We've covered everything. Oh, except we didn't show people on the rack.
Yes.
Let's shove this back. How are we doing? You know what? I think we're out of time. I'm going to save what's on the rack, and I'm going to show you that next Thursday at 4 o'clock. It will also be on this special occasion, ordering things. If you want to order for a fall wedding, I'd still talk to us now. Can you shove this one away again? Oh, you know what? I'll just put it here. Here we go. Oh, you have to be really strong to be a fashion designer. So, back here, I'll give you a couple of minutes. This sort of item would be perfect if you are doing a very, very special mother of the bride, mother of the groom for a fall wedding or some kind of special event. Unsnaps. You can have your little shell. And I also don't mind these shells. This one is the crushed rayon. So I quite like this layering look. I don't have a problem with that at all if you like it. This one is Dupioni silk. They have, I'm going to bring it up to the camera. They have dichroic, whoopsie daisy. I feel like I'm back at the hospital all hooked up. They have these very beautiful dichroic glass buttons. Every button is different. They're all handmade by a lovely person in Pennsylvania who does jewellery usually, and we have on the back a gold-plated button back. They're gorgeous. Now, if you want an extra one that you want to turn into a necklace, let us know. So this jacket, oh my God, I totally can't wear red. Never mind. This jacket is called a coronation jacket. It's a lovely style. It gives a little pop-up collar, cuffs, and it has this nice little swingy piece in the back. It's an excellent style for hugging. When we're allowed to do that again, I thoroughly recommend this jacket. We have so missed hugging people. You can do a very sexy corset under it and silk dupioni pants or a skirt or whatever else. Or we have, as I've said, this whole crushed program. So the difference between, oh my goodness, the difference, see, competency, not my thing. The difference between the Tennyson dress and the Helen of Troy dress is the top of this is this crushed program here, crushed iridescent rayon, boop, 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 there. And this one is the Dupioni silk. That's the difference between the two. The bottoms are a little bit different, but they're basically still this double diagonal, very, very flattering. This is a silk here. This one is also a silk with a crushed, but we match the flower to the colour, or if there are particular colours in the wedding, let us know. We can do a different colour rose for you. Oh my goodness, I think that's enough for today. I'm going to show you one last thing. Here we go. If you are the bride, get rid of that. Here we go. Oh, you're going back. You're coming in. Now, if you want to get a wedding dress from me, the answer's, I'm sorry, I don't do those. I do them, but I do them as a gift and whatever you want. But you have to marry into the family to get one. So, if you are not marrying into my family, but you are getting married and you would like a white on white gown, we do have this one, which you can order in with or without a sleeve, and it's called a Pompeii dress. Boop. Has a little ruffle on the bottom, also with this little thing, and you can also order a lovely draping wrap. So, I think I have totally covered enough for today. Is there anything?
Oh, we also have this type of thing.
And we do.
It's a much younger look.
Yes, if you want to do something that's a little more elaborate, we have the same style, which is a Tennyson style, but it's got a little extra layer on here, and it's called a Glinda dress in cream. Glinda, and we know where that came from, Broadway. Right, next week, oh, here's my jacket. Here's my duster. I can get dressed properly now. So, next week we'll still be talking about special occasion. If you've got any questions, do email to Janesse during the week, and we will answer those questions next time, 4 o'clock on a Thursday. And thank you so much for listening. Bye.